Hey, how's it going? This is Jared here, just out having a walk. Just wanted to rap a little bit to you guys, and I've never really taken the time to kind of tell you why is it I'm doing what I'm doing. Hello, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I may not be the best speaker, but I am trying my best to kind of get out of my comfort zone and come out here and share, add some value, and share some nuggets and things that I'm learning along the way. So, you know, coming from Antigua, growing up in Antigua, where my parents have we have our own business there. I've never really seen my parents have a job or work for anyone else, and I think just instinctively, this is what I have also wanted from myself. Understanding or coming to the understanding that money just doesn't come with time and age and experience, but through doing different things. And I recognize that, my parents now having kids, and I see how expensive it is to send your kids to school. And I've seen that my parents have been able to send both my sister and I to private school that was even before college, plus paying for all our undergrad in college. This is in the US, where I know some of you guys might be from different places, but in the US, like, none of my schools were free. In Canada, for my boarding school, that shit wasn't free either. So I know if I wanted to ever do even half of that for my kids, I couldn't do what I was doing. And what I was doing when I first got out of college was working a 9 to 5. And it wasn't a 9 to 5 that was paying any amount that would allow me to send my kids to school, just to say it that way. The highest income I've earned at a 9 to 5 was about 89,000, right? But only because of being able to do, like, the thing I'm sharing with you about the instant pay raise, is how I've been able to increase my take-home pay, and pay, even sometimes claiming 9 exemptions, even coming back where I've gotten a $10,000 refund check. So on top of my 89,000, I paid barely any taxes, and I got another $10,000 back. So I say all that to say, even in that situation, I still was not going to be able to, making that kind of money, I still could never send my kids to college, no matter how hard I tried. So anyway, like I said, I've never seen my parents work a job. I've seen them always have their own businesses, and that's deep inside what I've always aspired also for myself. So fast forward to when I'm in college now, senior year of college, I'm thinking I'm gonna go back home to Antigua and take over our family business at that time. Well, that year we actually ended up having a big we had a hurricane. The hurricane caused an electrical fire, and it burned my family business down. So here am I in my senior year of university, expecting to work for like a year or two and then go back home to Antigua. And then that happens. So now I'm at a complete loss. Like, what do I do? This is my plan I've had my whole life. Honestly, I probably didn't even really take school as seriously as I should have. Because I was like, okay, I'm going to learn from practical experience. I'm going to have the degrees, going to be my backup. And then I'm like, oh man. Shit, what was supposed to be my backup plan actually ended up becoming my plan A, because then I ended up having to try to get a job now out of college. So I go get a job out of college, and then one holiday, Christmas comes now, so I'm ready to go home to Antigua for the Christmas break. And then my boss says to me, no, I told her, hey, I go home for Christmas every year, so this is the time I'm going to be headed back home, this is when I'm coming back. And she told me, no, she laughed. I was like, oh, what's so funny? She said, hey, no, you can't go, like, you don't have any vacation time. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, I'll take unpaid leave, that's no problem, whatever, like, I'm going though. She's like, well, if you go, you're not gonna have a job when you come back. Okay, so anyway, so now I'm at my next job, right? And then every job I've had, I just never experienced any job satisfaction. Like, I've never really been passionate about anything that I did or anywhere I've worked. And then it just, I was like, man, I don't even know how people can do this. The next 40, 50 years of your life, you have to be working at a job, maybe doing things that you may not necessarily want to do, or working with people that you may not even like, showing up to a place for at least 8 to 10 hours a day, and then you just do it till you get old. And to me, that thought just sent chills down my spine. That's the scariest thing to me, is considering that I may have to work for the next 40 to 50 years of my life. I only get 2 to 3 weeks of vacation off each year. And, oh man. I was like, well, I don't know, that's not really gonna work for me. I gotta figure out something. And ever since then, I've always just been on a pursuit for opportunities that would allow me to, actually, a friend of mine introduced me to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And that was probably the start of it all. Because once he showed me that, and I realized that there's 4 different types of income. There's employee, self-employed, there's a business owner, and an investor. So I've always been that. I was that employee, and then shortly after that job I just told you that, as my first job out of college, and I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna become self-employed. So when I left, actually, I did have to start another job, but I started myself going to people's homes and small businesses and fixing their computers, and that was really cool, and I really enjoyed that. Putting ads in the yellow pages, like the first time I did that, I made the ad. It was a little bit nervous to do it at first. I spent like $2,600 for the first ad, putting in the yellow pages, and that ad, in my first month of business, I paid off my ad spend for the year, and that was really cool. When that ad was running really well, it just was like I ended up having a lot of money, but I had no time. So when I wanted to travel, I didn't have a system in place really for the customers to get served while traveling, and I just really wasn't that advanced at that time, especially in my thought process or how all this would work. But I just knew that it was much better than having a job. That's for certain. I could set my appointments when I wanted to set them. I just go to people's home when there's no traffic. I pick up their computer, or I either just fix it right on the spot, or I bring it back to my place. And I really enjoyed that. But then I had more money, but I had no time. Whereas when I had my job, I had no money. And then outside of work, I had lots of time. So looking back at it now, what I would have done differently was still keep my job and then build a business outside. And then that way, the income I had from my business, I can keep reinvesting that into the business to allow the business itself to grow, right? Rather than just leaving the job and then taking that income, living on it while still trying to build a business. When you do that, then you end up in a vicious cycle where you end up your business income. So your business income, you shouldn't really be living on it when you first start your business. That should go back into the business. Maybe you need to then hire some more people to work with you. Maybe you need to expand your marketing budget, just whatever. But you should not be trying to live on that money when you first start to have a business. And that mistake I've done probably at least 3 or 4 different times in my life. But I know that now, though. So anyway, I think that's all I'm going to share for now. I'm going to keep the video kind of short, and I'll come on here and rap some more. But appreciate you taking some time and listening to me. I know this video is... Okay, bye-bye. Next time. Appreciate you.